Imagine this, a batter with a stance so strange, it made coaches squirm, a cricketer so calm, bowlers wanted to scream, and a man so stubborn at the crease, the opposition had no choice but to wait, and wait, and wait. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Shivnarine Chanderpaul, the wall of the West Indies cricket. He was the man who made the unorthodox his weapon and turned patience into an art form. Was he flashy? No. Was he brilliant? Absolutely. Not as glamorous as Lara, not as celebrated as Tendulkar, but always there, unshakable, unbreakable, and completely underrated. This is the story of a cricketer who never gave up, never gave in, and always delivered. In Unity Village, Guyana, cricket wasn't just a game, it was life. And little Shiv was the prodigy of his family. His story started on a simple cricket pitch in his backyard, where family members bowled at him for hours. Imagine a tiny kid facing bouncers from his cousins, who thought they were Malcolm Marshall. On the beaches, he faced swingy, unpredictable rubber balls. And in his free time, he trained his eyes and reflexes by swatting at falling leaves. Now that's how you build resilience. By the time he was 10, Chanderpaul was already playing for his local under-16 team. At that age, most kids are worried about homework, but Shiv, he was worrying about outswingers on the beaches of Unity. But being a child prodigy in a small village wasn't enough. Skeptics said, he's too small, he won't make it. But Shivnarine Chanderpaul answered them with his work ethic. In 1993, Shiv toured England with the West Indies under-19 team. While others were figuring out how to deal with English weather, Chanderpaul was busy dismantling English bowlers. A double century and a 150 in the same series. Not bad for a kid who grew up playing on a beach, right? In 1994, Shiv got his big break. He debuted against England, picked not just as a batter, but as an all-rounder who could bowl leg spin. And boy, did he deliver. In his very first innings, Chanderpaul scored a composed 62 in front of an adoring Guyanese crowd. It wasn't flashy, but it was effective. Exactly what would define his career. But here's the thing, despite his consistent performances, Shiv couldn't crack the century code. In his first 18 tests, Chanderpaul scored 1,232 runs at an average of 49.28 with 13 50s, but couldn't convert a single one into 100. Fans were getting impatient. Critics labelled him as the nearly man of West Indies cricket. But in 1997, it finally happened. The stars aligned, the cricketing gods smiled, and Shiv finally broke the curse. Against India in Bridgetown, Barbados, he batted for a marathon 7 hours to score his first test century, 137 not out. The celebration wasn't wild, it wasn't over the top. Instead, it was pure Shiv, calm and composed. He did not just carry the weight on his shoulders, he shattered it with unmatched flair. From that moment, Shivnarine Chanderpaul transformed. He followed up his test century with the maiden ODI 100 at the same venue. The boy, who couldn't finish, had finally learned how. Now, let's address the crab in the room, his batting stance. He stood like he was ready for a kung fu fight. Facing the bowler head-on, his feet apart, bat raised high. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't conventional, but it was his secret weapon. You see, Shiv stood that way to keep both eyes on the ball. It gave him balance and focus. And it also drove bowlers mad. How do you get someone out when the stance looks like a puzzle you cannot solve? For much of his career, Shiv carried the weight of the West Indies on his shoulders. While Brian Lara dazzled with his genius, Chanderpaul anchored the innings. He wasn't just a batter, he was the West Indies' insurance policy. He once said, "I try to bat as long as I can and make sure my team is in a good position." When the team collapsed, and no, they collapsed often, Shiv was the last man standing. He was the king of knockouts. In tests, he remained unbeaten 49 times. For context, that's 32 more than Sangakkara, 16 more than Tendulkar, and 9 more than Kallis. It wasn't just skill, it was sheer determination. No other West Indian, including Sir Viv or Gary Sobers, have faced the number of deliveries Chanderpaul did. 27,395 of them at the highest level. Surely, his hundreds and double hundreds have been lesser than the greats. But what Chanderpaul does have, in fact, is a patience so vast, it's as if it belongs to a different realm altogether. A patience of mythical proportions. Okay, let's talk about that sticker on Chanderpaul's face, shall we? No, it wasn't war paint, and it wasn't a fashion statement. It was a glare-reducing patch to help him see the ball better under the sun. Genius, right? But here's where it gets funny. That little patch became so iconic that companies started sponsoring it. Yes, Shiv literally turned his cheek into prime advertising real estate. And if you look closely, you'll even see the word Mueller on it. Who else could bat for us and sell endorsements at the same time? Now, let's look at the most dramatic moments in Chanderpaul's career. The Brackley bouncer incident. It was the first test of the 2005 series in Jamaica. The West Indies was struggling at 276 for 8, and Shiv was holding the innings together on 86. Then it happened. Brackley bowled a vicious bouncer, and Shiv, for once, misjudged. He ducked. The ball slammed into the back of his helmet, and he collapsed like a rag doll. The stadium fell silent. For over 20 seconds, Shiv lay there, motionless. Lee rushed to his side, fearing the worst. The medics arrived, and everyone thought Chanderpaul was done for the day, maybe even the series. But no, Shiv being Shiv, he got back up. Not only did he resume batting, but he also went on to score a brilliant century. Shiv later recalled, "My entire body went numb. I couldn't move my hands or feet. But I told myself, if I leave the field now, my team will be in a bad state." Now that's grit. That's Chanderpaul. Shiv's numbers tell a story of brilliance. 11,867 test runs at an average of 51.37 with 30 centuries and 66 half-centuries. He finished his career only behind Brian Lara on the all-time West Indies list. In ODIs, he added another 8,778 runs at an impressive average of 41.6 including 11 centuries. Even at 39, Shiv was named the West Indies Test Cricketer of the Year in 2013, proving that age was just a number for his undying commitment. Over the years, he consistently ranked among the world's best batsmen in the ICC player rankings, peaking with an extraordinary rating of 901. While Brian Lara often stole the spotlight, Shivnarine Chanderpaul quietly carved out a legacy defined by resilience, patience, and relentless determination. His efforts culminated in 2008 when he was crowned ICC Cricketer of the Year. Chanderpaul wasn't just a cricketer, he was a phenomenon. He did not seek the spotlight, but he earned it with every ball he faced and every run he scored. So, how good was Shivnarine Chanderpaul? Not just good, he was iconic. The crab who stood tall, the warrior who never gave up, the man who turned grit into greatness. So guys, that's it for today's video. If you wish to look at how good was God in Greenidge or how Viv Richards single-handedly defeated England, click on one of the videos being displayed on your screen. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Until next time, keep watching this beautiful game. See you soon.